So we got Jeckup and we got Correct coming up. The first match of the night.
First match.
Always very exciting.
Ike, it's going to be Steve. We got both of those clashing titans, as it were.
Yeah, two people who like to...
Representation of very early meta and very late meta of Ultimate.
Yeah.
Going to come in clashing.
Potentially even the end days of meta if the Steve Doomers are to be believed.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible, man. I mean, you know what he can do off of one hit, and Ike, with his big sword, maybe not off of whiff punishes as much as you're seeing Correct struggle with right there, but you can get him with how long those moves are, right? And if he throws out the wrong moves, bad spacing, right, that's where you can really punish an Ike.
Yeah, usually he doesn't have a lot of end lag, but you got to catch him on the startup. And there we go, catching the jump early. Stuck on the TNT.
He said, I'm putting you on a pedestal, unlike a responsible user of the internet.
Right. Ooh. Awkward situation with the Elytra. Had to cancel early in a situation. Gives Jeckup a 3 down tilt. No follow-up.
Yeah, I was surprised he did the down tilt. It looked like Correct had actually ended his life right there, flying off the stage with the Elytra. But regardless, if he made it back to the stage, he'd be sitting there questioning, well, why didn't Jeckup hit him? So
right.
Just unfortunate that he didn't get the bigger hit, and unfortunate that he didn't react to that fishing rod, the grab whiffing, and Jeckup just hasn't been on the quick reactions to get the best punish possible yet.
Ooh, I think that poked the shield, just the very tippy-top corner of Steve's blockhead.
You blockhead.
Lucy would be so proud.
But here we see the undead Charlie Brown is keeping it close. Ooh, that forward throw can be really deadly against Ike.
Yeah, but solid reaction on Jeckup to immediately get that jump, start tracking that quick draw, and immediately quick draw out of the stage.
No, you got to be ready for Steve to come off of that platform with something hefty. Got the big side B, especially when he's got the gold available, the powered rails. He can be very dangerous in situations where you're not ready to react and you have to keep good track of his resources. But that's great reaction again right there from Jeckup. Like you're saying, at times it seems like he's tightening up that gameplay, right? He's ready for the insanity to ensue, and he's bringing it himself to take that second stock.
Yeah, a couple of times we've seen a lot of aggression off stage from Jeckup, kind of feigning his position but covering himself as well. And it's paying off right now. It's a risky situation to be in, generally. Great spacing there, dragging himself back a little bit around the llama.
Making sure that he stays at a good spacing. That's what this matchup is all about for Jeckup. But of course, I think that Correct wouldn't be struggling as much if he were building more, controlling the stage a little bit better. But Jeckup says, I don't care about anything you have to offer. I control the game in every sense of the word.
That's incredible. I love the double. We go for the up B and then just catch another one on their out of shield off to try to punish. Army is beautiful. Armor is just a wonderful thing to have.
Yeah.
But also the immediate follow-up of just big B moves. That feels really good as just a Smash enjoyer. We all started in this game where you pick the big character and you press the small red button. Because it's the special moves. It's what makes it special.
That's the cool part. That makes you feel like you're playing Ike or Steve.
Yeah.
But in the case of Ike, honestly, he feels a little bit more like Ike when he's using those A moves, the big sword to control the space. And honestly, that's been the surprise in that game one, is that we didn't see Correct moving to control the stage, control the pace of the game. We see Steve's build a lot to force their opponent to approach them. And speaking of building and mining, I'm a little surprised to see Lilac Cruz here. The metal is not the worst for Steve at times, but this stage does not bode well for his combo game.
Yeah, and what we do get here actually is Ike gets a lot out of these platforms. I'm curious. I understand that Steve can sit under the platforms and maybe set up blocks a little bit easier that way. Like if he puts one block here and then there's a platform above him, it's a lot harder to get in on. But we haven't seen that from Correct yet, and that makes me wonder if that was that part of the game plan. I don't know.
It seems like Correct is trying to play Steve as if he is more of a fundamental Smash character, right? He's picking a stage that he's more comfortable playing on. He's looking to make his opponent more uncomfortable, and that's all well and good, but gotta respect the Ike coming off the ledge. That up B is something that has eaten up Correct thus far. And because of no rage, he's not going to be able to take the stock with that up smash just yet either.
Ooh, I do like the high quick try to get around the TNT. Techs right back into it and gets put in an ugly spot where Correct actually set up. The cart was coming. Even if you block that, you're going to get command grabbed and then set up into it either way.
Best thing that you can do there is just get out of there. Don't be near the TNT.
Get away. Don't roll into the TNT.
Oh my gosh, and Jeckup is...
And
honestly, that was good by Jeckup, though, because we've seen a lot of Correct just kind of going forward towards Jeckup at sort of the earliest possible convenience instead of trying to get back, you know, getting the resources up and force the Ike to come to him. Like I've said, I've been hammering it home a lot, but that's just because it's so integral to what makes Steve a very scary character. And you know, again, Correct playing it very honestly, but I think that he just needs to get a better sense of what Jeckup is looking for, like he's been doing right here. He had a good read on his defensive options.
Man, he's going to have to keep it down throw there. I thought surely we'd see a back throw, set up a ledge trap.
Not only set up the ledge trap, but get a lot of resources too. Yeah, it could have been big. Jeckup forced to go for that quick draw again. He almost slid into his own TNT pressure plate.
Got to get around that TNT. Big punish on the nair. It was a really high nair. Ooh. Down tilt is going to catch the quick draw before it comes through.
And here we see him finally going back, getting a lot of that iron in the tank. Means he's got plenty of access to that minecart. One of the big reasons you want to come here, but yeah, you got to be ready for that poke.
That is so unfortunate. Because that is super punishable if you do block it. But Jeckup did set up a good amount of damage to make that pretty likely to poke.
And good right there by Correct. Again, reacting quickly onto his next stock by firing back with the powered rail. And, you know, catching Jeckup unawares, that's really been where he's been doing his best. Not able to get much off those jab combos, but that situation right there with the up B hitting the shield, it's pretty free to just roll behind Ike, get behind him, you get your combo started, and he can't really even fire back that quickly, even if he does get out of that end lag sooner than you're ready for.
I like the idea of the forward throw there to maybe get that tech chase, try to catch another grab on the way in, but didn't really pan out. Jeckup was able to avoid. And there we see the back air is going to punish the spot dodge, waited a little bit. That empty hop in a situation where normally you go for the immediate nair, so they were trying to dodge out of that. Try to get some kind of punish. That back air is just one that... It's an Ike main who understands people trying to counterplay Ike. It's pretty solid.